Hello everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have something a little bit different but quite special. So a lady named Cindy from Phomemo contacted me on Instagram and asked if I would be willing to take a look at a little printer. And at first I was like, well, that's interesting. You know, I make cards. But then I got to thinking after I looked it up and I thought, oh my goodness, that is really, really cool. And I think it could be great for anybody who's into card making or paper crafting or planning or anything like that. And so I said yes. And so they sent me this adorable little printer. So this is what you see here. It's very small. It is like 3.5 inches by about not quite 3.5 inches. So it is tiny, but it is not like a regular kind of printer. You don't need ink for this. It is a thermal printer. So that's what really, really intrigued me. This is the 57mm mini printer. It's the model M02. And I just love it. They have a couple different colors. They have, I think they have white, they have black, they have this cool color. I think they have a pink one. And then they also have one that's like a piano keyboard. And then they do have a different printer, but I don't know a lot about that one. So this one came in this box. Now my mail got a little rough, so the edges were kind of, you know, messed up on one side, but the printer itself was fine. It works for iOS, Android, and yeah, so very cool. So yeah, it's like 3.3 inches by 3.2 inches by 1.6 inches. So this thing is cute. So it came in this little box. Obviously I already took it out and played with it a little bit. And it had, you know, the little charger. The printer was in there. And then it also, of course, came with the instructions, which I looked over. And it's so super easy. So basically you've got your little power button. Here's the power button. Green light is steady. That means that standby, its charging is completed. Flashing green light means it's charging. Red light is steady. That means fault out of paper or overheating. And flashing red light means low battery. So, all right, so the operation guide, super, super simple. Fully charge the battery before using for the first time, which I did do. And then to turn on the machine, press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. So let's do that. All right, so now we're on. That easy. You're going to want to turn on, or you're going to want to download the app, and the app is called Phomemo. So let me show you what the app looks like so that you have an idea. Of course, because I've already got it downloaded. We'll go home. But we'll go, actually, you know what, we'll go to the App Store so you can take a look at what it is. But it's not hard to find, so. All right, and then this is the, so here's the app. Oops. Here is the app right here. That's what you'd want to download. And of course, that's like 5 out of 5 stars, 1,000 ratings, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it's really just, I don't know, it's just cool. So we'll go ahead and open that up here in a second. But all right, so download the app. You want to make sure that you've got your Bluetooth turned on so that you can be connected Bluetooth wirelessly. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this is inside. It does come with one roll of paper, and this paper is sticker paper, and there is a little something about the paper that you do want to know. Because I'm coming at this from a card maker's perspective, this isn't paper that I would want to use for my card making, because this type of paper is actually only has about a 2-year lifespan. You have to remember that these are thermal printed. So I printed this little corgi out. I even printed a picture of my husband and I. Now it's super grainy, but you can definitely tell it's us. And then I printed out just a little something else. But so that's definitely something that you want to keep in mind. You would definitely, if you were somebody that's, if you're a planner and you don't really care about saving your planners and you just want to print out lists, or you want to make lists, then this paper would be fine. But the lifespan on this paper is about 2 years. And so that is something to definitely keep in mind. Now, they did send, with it, they sent some long-lasting thermal paper. And their long-lasting thermal paper is about 20 years. So it's long-time preservation. So that would be great for cards, or even if you wanted to do some scrapbooking. So it says over 20 years is what it's saying. That's the transparent and the semi-transparent. So this is This is the transparent gold thermal film, which I'm excited to try. And then this one is the adhesive transparent thermal film. So they're transparent and semi-transparents are over 20 years. And they do make papers, I believe. I don't know if they do on Phomemo for sure, but they do make some papers that will last, just like the plain white, that will last over 20 years. And I know that they have colored papers on there as well, like an orange, pink. I think they even have like a blue or something like that. Now the non-adhesive will last around 10 years, so you can get paper that's like a non-adhesive. But remember, this isn't going to print in color. It's going to print black. That's it. And so that is just something to keep in mind. So what I was thinking about is you could print your lists, you could print pictures, inspiring quotes for your cards, you could do ephemera, you can even scan something. So if you wanted to scan, let's say you wanted to scan your, I don't know, your handwriting or something that you had written, a hand note, you wanted to scan that and print that out, you could do that. So then you could have more than one. That's also something like I had been thinking about for, like, let's say you're getting married and you wanted to have little emblems on the outside of your cards that had like your initials and your fiance's initials. You could easily, like, you could each write it, scan it, and then you could print out a bunch of them and then put those on the back of your cards. So that's nice. So we've talked about the instructions, the setup, talked about the app just a little bit, and then we've mentioned the different papers. But I think this could be fun for scrapbooking, Bible journaling, card making, ATC backgrounds, which I think would be really cool too. All right, so let's do a little bit of printing so that you have an idea. So just to have an idea and see what I'm talking about, we're going to go into the app. Okay, so if I go into the app and I press on the templates, there are lots of different templates you can choose from. So I'm looking at the fun ones, just kind of up and down. There's quite a few in there. Then we have our to-do lists, which are great. And keep in mind, you can type on any of these. So once you pick it up, then you can just start using your touchpad to type in whatever it is you'd want to put in there. So we have frames and we also have schedules, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of the to-do lists. We'll click on one of those and then we're going to start typing in different things for our to-do list. I am going to type in that I need to clean the garage because that is something we absolutely need to do, and with all this time off we should be doing that. And then I'm also going to type in make some bread. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to do that. It just sounded really good. I did make bread this morning, but it was more cinnamon rolls actually. And then I put wash towels because we have to do that pretty much every day around here. So then I'm going to go and I am going to look at the print settings. So I'm not sure what the difference is between thick, medium, and fine, but I'm going to leave it at medium for now. And then we'll hit the print button and it should be printing. So there we have one of our first things. We printed off a little to-do list. And I think these would be super fun to just stick inside of like your planner, for example, and then you can, mark them off as you're done with them. And like I said, these ones only last about, 2 years roughly. So if you don't really care about that, then, go ahead and keep and use this kind of paper. Let's see if we can, and it's, it's a shiny paper, so you can't really color on it with your alcohol markers, but you could probably color on it with some colored pencils. You could print out a bunch of these for your kid or something like that, and then they could easily, color their own little stickers, which is kind of fun. And that doesn't rub away. So colored pencils would work fine on there. So that's something fun to think about if you have children. All right, let's head back into the app. All right, this time we're going to go back and we're going to press print images, and this is going to take us to our camera. So every picture that we have from our camera is in there, and I'm actually going to pick one of Max. I should have picked one of Max and Miles, but this one was just so cute. So I've got this little picture of Max, and I'm going to do the same thing here. We're going to do the print preview, and that's technically what it's going to look like. But this time I'm going to hit thick just to see if it does any different, and then we're going to print. Okay, so I went ahead and did thick on this one just to see how it would do. And I love it. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I have a little sticker of my sweet Max. So isn't that fun? So there's that you can do with it. So let's go ahead before we do any more. I'm going to switch out the paper real quick so I can show you how that works. All right, so we're gonna open this up, and then we're gonna put in the transparent thermal so you can see how this all goes together. All right, so it says, please use scissors to cut the label after printing. Okay, so for this one, you're going to want to use scissors. You won't just want to tear it, and that makes sense. All right, now we have the paper in correctly. Let's try again. Okay, so network errors, I guess, not operator errors. So here we have that, and so it is absolutely transparent, which is kind of cool. So you could easily stick this onto just about any surface, and like I said, this is one that's supposed to last a while. So let's say you wanted to put it on some colored cardstock, like let's say for example you want it on here. And then you might want to cut it out a little bit smaller, but that's cool. Or you could easily stick it onto some cardstock and then die cut it. However you want to do that. But I think that's really cool. Well, hello gorgeous. Now if you're wondering where I got that, you can easily go onto Pinterest. So let's head back and I'll show you on Pinterest. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to search for something. We're going to search for free, let's look for free printable wall art quotes. Alright, so there's lots of options here, and let's say you find one that you like, you are stronger than you think. That's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just download that image, and that's going to put it right into my pictures. So let's find a couple others. Your limited edition, I like that. That's a good one. So I'm going to save that one as well. Okay. There we go. And then let's actually go back and we'll find some free printable, like, let's go vintage ephemera. And then we can save a few of these even. That might be kind of fun, so you can have something on the back, because I'll show you the gold as well. So remember, it all does in black and white. So I kind of like that. I'm going to download that image. And then this would just be something kind of fun to put on your background even. I like this one too. Okay, so there's a couple. Now let's go back into our app. So we'll go back in one more time, hit print images, and then we're going to go through and pick some of the things that we have saved from Pinterest, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll hit print, and it should be printing. Okay, that one printed out. It's sort of small, a little bit hard to read. Oops, yeah, I see why you should probably cut it instead of tear it. A little bit small, but that would be fun to have even just kind of in a background a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're looking for quotes. And one last time, just for good measure, let's go back in to print images. We'll pick one more of those word art that we had picked from Pinterest. And I'm kind of looking at the different things that you can do. I'd really have to play with this, to be honest with you. I'm trying to change the contrast and just trying to change the different things in there, and it's not really doing much. So I wonder if that would be something like if you had an image that wasn't necessarily black and white. But look, there's just so many different things that you can do in here that, like I said, I'm really going to have to just play before I find one, or before I can say that I'm an expert, because I just feel like there's a lot to do in here. But it's this is so fun. So once again, we'll hit print. All right, now we're printing this one. It's just wiser to use scissors. Your limited edition. I like that. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to save these, and then I'll make some cards, and I'll show you that at the end as well. All right, so let's change out our paper again, and we'll bring in some of that gold, because that's fun. Ooh, that's going to be cool. Okay, so just like that, and then you'll want to have the gold coming out like so. Okay, and we'll have to cut this one with scissors as well. So let's go back into our app. And just because I wanted to show you how different the ephemera might look, we're going to pull one of those up. When we hit print, you'll kind of see, because it changes, it's not obviously going to be that color. And so that's what it's going to look like. We'll hit print. See how that comes out. Ooh, that is so cool. Okay. Look at how cool that is. We'll print this other one that we found as well. That one's not quite as noticeable, but it's still really pretty neat. You can kind of get the gist of how that looks, but I think that's very, very cool. Okay, so I forgot to mention that a big thing is artist trading cards. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to print out an artist trading card. And I found that one on Pinterest as well. So it's just cool, because I know a lot of people like to, when they go to things, they do the artist trading cards. I think I'm going to try to do that one for this summer, because I'm going somewhere. So let's find the artist trading cards that I had found. I think. Going back too far. Okay, here we go. So like here's one. I thought that was kind of neat. So let's print that one. And then it's just neat because then you can write on the top of it with, like, let's say you want to do your let's say you want to do it with like a permanent marker or something like that. I just think that'd be cool, and it kind of protects your name in case something happens to it. But here's another cute one. These were all, like I said, free on Pinterest, so I just looked up free artist trading card printables, and this is what I found. So I just thought they were just really, really cute. You could print out a bunch of them depending on how many you need, of course. And I think it'd probably be better to do it on the, you know, maybe not this transparent paper, but the paper that is, you know, for more than 20 years, but it's the white paper. So aren't those cool? So this can go in the back of your artist trading cards. I have some already cut because I was planning. I was going to go to Medicon, but, you know, everything's going on. So anyway, isn't that cute? You could just put that right on the back. You got your title, your date, the artist, the swap, the card of how many number. This is number 1 of 150 or whatever. Or this one that has the title, name, date, and info. And so I just thought those were really, really neat. So I feel like with this app and this printer, I'm just kind of scratching the surface on the different things that you can do. You can print from the web. I think that's pretty new. Microprint tool. There's a toolbox, so you can print out banners. You can print out a ruler. I don't know how to change. You know, this is centimeters, so I don't know how to change that. But it's just neat. It might be somewhere in your settings or something. I'm not sure, but oh, and then I forgot to mention that there's even this graphics. So they have a whole set of graphics, and I think they might, maybe they add to it regularly, I don't know, but like here, they must, because these are all Easter images. And then you could print out these little Easter images. You could use those on cards or in your planner. They've got this festival, all these images for, I mean, it's just endless, endless images of things. We've got a comic, so you've got these cute little characters or just fun things that you could print out and put in your planner. Also, we've got just fun, this is basics, you've got little characters. I just think those are so cute. So you've got all those, you've got word art. So some of those would be fun. You could print out happy birthday and put that on a card. So that looks like that. That would be fun. So there's those, and then we also have a calendar, and then you've got lots of options for calendar, looks like. So that's fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna go make a card, or make a bunch of cards with what I printed out, and then I will be back to show you those. Okay, y'all, so I am back, and I told you I would be coming at this from the perspective of a card maker and somebody who maybe does some planning and things like that. So I made a few cards. So I stepped off and made a few cards. These backgrounds are backgrounds I just had. Actually, my friend Carrie sent me some of these backgrounds. So Carrie, if you are watching, getting great use out of your backgrounds. So I just put it down on a circle, or I put it down on some paper, and then I die cut it with a circle and put all that down, as well as just a few like sequins. And I did basically the same thing for all of them, just using a little bit of a different layout. But isn't that fun? You could print just about any saying that you wanted to, and then make them, put them on your cards and send those out. Like, be the reason someone smiles today. Well, hello, gorgeous. I thought those were fun. This one, you're a limited edition, which I thought that was cool too. And then we have this one. This uses the Trinity Stamps coffee mug die cut. So life begins after coffee. You could put like a little gift card in there or something. And then I did use the gold translucent paper on this background that I had already had done, which was a tag. And I grabbed some little ephemera and put that down. I just thought this was just really fun. So you can see the sparkle, but then it's sort of still in the background, which is really cool. And anyway, I also grabbed out my planner and put a few of the stickers that I had printed out in my planner. Now these are the ones that were printed on the paper that's only good for about 2 years, but then again, this is going to my planner, so I don't keep my planner stuff. I just have it, and that is that. So I'm not that concerned about these. And I did go on the website just to let you know and kind of take a look at the different kinds of paper that they have for the Phomemo M02 thermal papers that they have. So, and they'll even tell you, they're very, very honest about like how long the paper will last. Like this one is a 2-year paper. This one is a 2-year paper. This one is a 10-year paper, but this is not adhesive. And then we do have the 20-year paper. That one's sold out right now. But different types, like I want to get the semi-transparent, and that one is a 20-year. And then we also have the one that I have, which is the transparent. Look, they even have non-adhesive thermal yellow, blue, pink rolls. Those are 5-year ones. Then they have purple, rose, orange, which are 20-year, and then so on and so forth, the gold sparkle. And then they even have some really cute background ones that are like, this one has a ghost pattern on it. This one has smiles and dots. And then we have a whole nother page, which like shamrocks. And then this one, it looks like it is just a little pattern. I don't know. Anyway, so there's lots of options, which is really, really cool. So would I recommend this darling little printer? I absolutely would. I just think it's so much fun. I'm going to be using the heck out of this, and I love that I was able to get some cards made. Like, this was fun and quick. Let me tell you, I have so many backgrounds just sitting around because I sometimes make just backgrounds and I don't always use them. So I feel like this would be just so fun to like go through, find those free printables on Pinterest or other places, print them out, slap them down on some cards, and then you have some super quick cards that you're ready to send out. So yeah, now I will have a coupon code linked down below for not only the Phomemo website, but also one for Amazon. So if you are interested in checking it out, you can get 10% off. And that's a pretty good deal. So, all right, guys, I am going to take off here and go do a little bit more playing. But if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.